If your spout is dripping like this, or if you've got water leaking here right beneath your handle, you need to change the cartridge. Before you work on your faucet, you'll want to shut off the hot water supply and the cold water supply beneath your sink. First of all, we're going to pop out this plug button. It's a decorative plug button. Then we're going to loosen the screw inside. This particular make requires a star nose screwdriver, and we'll stick it in the hole and turn counterclockwise, and this will loosen the handle. Now we're going to remove this screw. And we can lift out this piece. Take note of how this handle piece came out. Note how the screw goes in and how this rubber piece stays, so that you'll be able to put that in correctly. Next, we'll take off this decorative cover. You just turn that counterclockwise. It should come right off. And that gives us access to the cartridge, which is right down in there. Next, we'll remove the retainer clip that holds the cartridge in place, and I'm just going to use a flat-bladed screwdriver to slide that out. And take note of how that goes in and its position in the faucet handle mechanism. Okay, next we're going to remove a couple of washers that sit here on top. In the replacement cartridge kit is this little plastic tool that will help you get the old cartridge out. So what you want to do is slip that on top. It should fit down in there. It's got the notch on that side and that side. It will fit in that way. And then you want to give it a 90-degree or quarter turn to the right with a pair of pliers. Okay, note that the flat sides of the cartridge stem there are facing this way and the rounded sides are this way. Okay, then you want to take your pliers, grasp the flat sides firmly, and give it a good yank. And there's your old cartridge. It's important to remember which way you took out that cartridge, because if you replace it with the new one, and the new one goes in the other way, you'll have hot water coming out the wrong side of the faucet and cold water coming out the wrong side of the faucet, in which case you will need to take apart the faucet and reinstall the cartridge. You'll note that the cartridge has a plastic piece here and here, and those will line up with these slots. You put the new cartridge in. Make sure we have those lined up. Just push that in firmly. Next, we'll replace the two washers, and they'll only fit one way because it has flat sides, two flat sides, and two curved sides. Next, we'll slide the retaining clip back into place, right through here. If the retainer clip doesn't quite fit, you can remove the washers and use your installation tool or removal tool there, and then you can move it back or forth to line up your cartridge in the proper position so that retainer clip will slide through. We'll put the washers back on. Now we'll put the retainer clip on, and it should slide pretty easily through there. There we go. Okay, now we'll put this decorative piece back in. You'll notice there's a slot down inside of there that corresponds to this metal protrusion on this piece, and so that has to be fit so it goes inside that slot in the back. So when we screw this on, we have to make sure that slot is toward the back. Now we're going to screw on the decorative piece again. And we'll keep an eye on that slot in the back. Make sure it gets in the proper position. Before you put this piece back in, you want to note that, again, there are flat sides and rounded sides. So you'll have to match that up with the stem in there, the cartridge stem. And you also need to get this little protrusion in the slot. So we'll take a look at that. It looks like we will have to turn our stem around. We've got the flat sides facing the other way on this device. So we'll take our pliers and just turn that stem around a little bit. Now we're ready to drop this device in with the metal protrusion facing into this slot. Okay, next we're going to put this screw back in. A good way to do that is get yourself a pair of needle nose pliers so you can hold it straight. And then you can just drop it right into the hole. And then take your screwdriver, turn it in. Before we replace the handle and put the screw in there, we'll need to push this up so we can make sure that you'll have room for that screw so you'll be able to go into that hole. Okay, we're going to drop our handle back into place. Make sure we're lining up the hole there for the screw. Just got to kind of feel your way in there. And we'll take our star-nosed screwdriver and turn it until it's tight. Then we'll replace our decorative plug. This is a makeshift decorative plug out of a brass brad, just folded like so. So it'll fit snugly in there. Now it's time to test. We'll turn on the water, turn on the hot water, turn on the cold water. No drips. And we'll turn on the handle there, turn on the faucet, see how it works. Oh, isn't that a beautiful thing? Turn it off. No drips.